Time for today's three-stock lunch. Oppenheimer naming its top recession-proof stock, saying restaurant spending remained resilient during the 2008 recession. Chipotle, McDonald's, and Papa John's, its top picks, with Chipotle and Papa John's down 20 to 30% this year. McDonald's down only 7%. Let's bring in Lee Munson, portfolio asset manager, CIO, to trade these top restaurant names. First up, Lee, Chipotle.
Oh, I love Chipotle, but here's what it is. It's a beat-up growth stock that you're trying to pick away at. It's kind of like buying a home builder. Like, you know we're going to get out of recession, the one we'll probably have next year, but you have to be careful about how you start getting your positions now, right? So here's what's going for Chipotle. Number one, they've got a different customer mix. They don't rely so much on that bottom 20% of wage earners that are out of stimulus money, starting to get the squeeze from high gas prices, and we have that wage price spiral. Chipotle also has the ability to have a little bit more dynamic pricing. So as we have, instability in food prices, the raw ingredients to make that stuff, they're going to be able to be a little bit more responsive. But I think that people have to remember, this is not a recession play. This is just, as Oppenheimer was telling us, this week, they were able to successfully grow and never go negative back in 2008 time period. But I also have to tell you, they created their own competition because the brand's so tight. So they're going to have to deal with that this time around.
Let's move on to McDonald's, which I sense you're going to tell me is a slightly different customer mix and maybe a dramatically different customer mix than Chipotle.
Absolutely a different mix. That's why this is the core holding you want for a recession. Remember 2008? McDonald's was up 11% that year, right? Its big decline was only 20%, where Chipotle was something like 70+% decline back in the great financial crisis. What I love about McDonald's is that they control their suppliers. They serve more food than any other corporation on this planet. And they also have the muscle, as they did back in 2008, to try to capture some people that are going a little bit lower on the rungs. Remember, they started to come up with premium salads that were a lot cheaper than, say, something like Chipotle. So this is a core holding. I think you add things like, maybe a Walmart or a Dollar Tree, but you got to get the timing right, because by 2010, McDonald's was really underperforming the broader markets.
How about PZZA, Papa John's?
Okay, I mean, you really want my opinion, I'll tell you. I think this is sort of like one of these old, COVID lockdown stocks. I don't see what the catalyst. I understand that, maybe they'll sell through this recession better, but when you're dealing with the bottom 20% of wage earners seeing no more stimulus money and running out of cash, there's also, this time around, you have better delivery options. We're not in COVID lockdown. And if we stay not locked down, people are going to have other choices to buy pizza and have it delivered. I would move on. I would find something I'd either buy cheap and start picking away at a position at Chipotle, or I'd go full blown and say, I'm going to put together a recession basket. Papa John's just isn't in that mix for me.
Lee Munson, you make it sound also delicious.
Delicious. And now the drinks are empty. All right. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.